Welcome to the Dray Way. What's going on? 23 days away. 23 days away. Think about that. 23 days away, and we have a new president, a brand new president. Oh my gosh. But I've got a great show for you today. Welcome to the Dray Way. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, what you waiting for? Come join us every single day. I do the Dray Way every single day. We're doing the countdown right now. We're 23 days away from the election. And guess what? I got big news for you. Shh, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm kind of letting you in on the secret. Don't tell anybody. But guess what Harris is doing? You'll never guess. No, that's not it. She's spending money, doing campaign money in Oklahoma. And if you look around Oklahoma, my buddy sent me pictures. Do you know all over Oklahoma right now, there are blue signs in people's yards all over the place. Somebody tell me what is going on in Oklahoma. I thought some states that might be a little interesting is Iowa, Missouri. I thought they might get close. But the Harris campaign is now spending money in Oklahoma. Whoa, wait a minute. Time out. So you mean to tell me that Oklahoma is suddenly getting close enough that the Harris campaign has said, let me think about this a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll spend some money there. Look, I'm not saying Oklahoma's going to turn blue. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is apparently they see some polling where they're like, maybe this is worth spending some dollars. So if she's doing well in Oklahoma, that gives me even... It fills my lung with Texas and Florida. it fills my lungs with Texas. Let me see if I can take a Texas and Oklahoma breath. Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma. I think that if she can do well in Oklahoma, it's hard to believe that she can't flip Florida. I know what you're saying. I know. I officially have Florida as a coin toss. But if she's doing well in Oklahoma, and there are yard signs all over the place saying Harris walls, that tells me that Florida and Texas are both in play. And what it really comes down to is just, I hate to sound like a broken record. What it just basically comes down to is women and Latinos, especially in Florida and Texas. Because if the Latinos come out for Harris, if women come out for Harris, it could happen. Especially Florida, because they have the abortion issue and marijuana on the ticket. So I know for a fact, every single Democrat that can possibly humanly vote will be voting in Florida. In Texas, I'm just saying there's probably a 10% chance now that Texas flips. 90% that it stays red. But if Oklahoma's in play, Oklahoma? Yeah, that's amazing. But anyway, welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Is Oklahoma in play? And if nothing else, you tell me, why is she in Oklahoma? Why is she spending money in Oklahoma? Let me know what you think. Welcome to the Dray Way. We have a lot to talk about. Stick with me. I know some of you are going to vote for Donald Trump. And I know some of you, if you haven't heard General Mark Milley, if you haven't heard what he's had to say, he said Donald Trump is, the most dangerous man in America. But forget about that. I just want to talk to you about your vote for Donald Trump. And I want to make sure you understand what that vote means, because everyone around you looks at you differently that you vote for that man, because, you know, he's not a very good man. He's not a nice man. And in all likelihood, he's going to jail. You know, he's going to jail because he commits crimes, and he does it a lot. And he's finally going to probably pay the piper. But that's not really what I want to talk to you about. What I want to talk to you about is, over time, over these next cases that he has to appear in court for, it's going to probably become pretty apparent that Donald Trump is the next Benedict Arnold. Yeah, it's going to probably over the next few years be proven that Donald Trump is a traitor. And I don't say that, I don't say that, in all likelihood, that's probably what's going to happen. Right now, that's alleged right now. But if he's found guilty in court, he's going to be the next thing to Benedict Arnold. And how do you think that is going to play? And this is my point. How do you think that's going to play, I don't know, 25 years from now? 50 years from now? What about 100 years from now? When everything is out about Donald Trump and the history books have written about just how awful a criminal this man was. And now, this is my point. And now, family members, I can see a history teacher or a civics teacher or something like that saying, hey, let's do this as a class project. Your grandparents or your great-grandparents, in this case, probably your great-grandparents, but go see who your great-grandparents voted for. It's public knowledge. Go see who they voted for. And that's my question for you. How do you think it's going to look in the future? 25, 50, 100, even 200 years from now? How do you think it's going to look when family members look back and look that you voted for someone that history has found to be a racist, a misogynist, and a traitor? Think about that. Is that how you want to be remembered, as somebody that supported that? Really? And especially, do you know how hurtful that will be if you're a woman and your great-granddaughter looks back and goes, oh my gosh, my great-grandmother was a racist. Yeah. I'm just letting you know that's how your vote is going to look. Because just over the last couple of weeks, the things Donald Trump has said, the things he has said about women, and how, I mean, he's literally called Harris awful, horrible names. Things that, you know, I mean, he called her retarded. I mean, who talks like, what man talks about a woman like that? Who does that? And it's not okay. It's not okay that he does that. But just know this, in the future, they're going to look back on what you did. And is that really how you want the future to see you? As a racist and a misogynist that voted for that traitor? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Because I think some of you, I don't think you want that, do you? But that's how you're looked. That's, just so you know, that's how most of us today, without the advantage of time, that's how most of us today look at you. As a traitor, as a misogynist, as a racist. Because if you support that, it stains you too. I'm sorry, it just does. And it makes people look differently about you. It just does. Again, let me know in the comments. Welcome to the Dray Way. We're not finished yet. If you listen to some of these people on YouTube, if you listen to some of these people on, TikTok and other platforms, they sit there and they tell you, recession, 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 recession. What recession are they talking about? because just recently, in the last few days, there's been a lot of different financial service companies come out and be like, yeah, we just don't see one. We don't see a recession. And I haven't seen I have no idea what people are talking about. Like I've said in previous videos, oil and gas production, we're number one. Our military, number one. Our money, number one. Our economy, number one. Our military, number one. Number one, number one, number one, number one, number one. We're number one. In inflation, down to just a tad over 2%. That's leading the world. I mean, the rest of the world wishes they had our inflation. They wish. So here the country is doing extremely well. There is no recession. There's not going to be a recession 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And how would tell me how a recession would even happen. I don't even know how it would happen. I know the housing industry is going to get pummeled, especially in Florida and Texas. Yeah, the South is going to go through some serious pricing readjustments. But that doesn't mean recession. Because I want you to understand, look what has happened in 5 states, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, Florida. Look what happened with the first hurricane. And then we had another hurricane sweep across Florida and do billions of dollars in damage. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars in damage between 2 hurricanes. So somebody tell me how many jobs is it going to take? How many people is it going to take to rebuild everything that we just lost? It's going to take tens of thousands of workers with good jobs making good money. So where's this recession coming from? And I haven't even talked about the stock market yet. The stock market, I don't know about your IRA. My IRA is up here. It's up here, My IRA's never been higher. And I'm sure yours is the same thing. The stock market is booming. So what is all this talk of recession? The country is doing extremely well. And I can say extremely well because nothing is good or bad except by comparison. And when you compare our country to everybody else, look at France, look at Germany, look at Canada, look at Brazil, look at these other countries, look at Russia, look at China, look at how their economies are, then look back at the United States. We are doing extremely well. And you know what is just beginning to explode? AI is just beginning to absolutely explode. It's getting huge. And you know what comes with that? Billions. Scratch that. Trillions of dollars. Yeah, you're going to see brand new economies, brand new companies, we're about to enter an age you cannot even imagine, that you can't even dream of. The other day that nutcase Elon Musk had these robots doing simple little things. I don't care. That's baby stuff compared to what AI is about to do to all of our lives over the next 24 months. I'm not talking about, 10 years from now, 5 years from now. I'm talking about AI changing our daily lives over the next 24 months. So please do yourself a favor. If you're watching a bunch of these, shows and stuff like that have people whining and crying and telling you how bad it is, stop doing it. Stop doing that to yourself. If people can't look and realize all the promise that is going on with the country right now, if you can't sit back and go, wow, the opportunities that are available to you right now are like never before. I know people that are making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year just from their phone. They're running their business literally wherever they are, just with their phone. And I think we need to recognize we're doing extremely well as a country, and we have all the opportunity in the world. Where else would you rather be than right here in the United States? Think about that. The next time you want to complain, the next time you want to say, oh, things are rough or bad or anything else, think about where you'd rather be. Would you rather be in China? Russia? Where would you rather be than the United States? Think about that. And oh, by the way, just so you know, this is the Dray way. I'm glad you're here. Please leave a comment. And don't forget, I got bluestatestyle.com. That's right, bluestatestyle.com. If you check out that website right now, you can get all kinds of Blue State style apparel, whether it's a hoodie, a t-shirt. Please check out the store and let me know what you think. But that's the show for 23 days out. Tomorrow, we'll be doing another show 22 days out. Look, if you like this show and want to see more, there's a whole bunch of shows I've already done. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. And hopefully you'll be back tomorrow. Have a great Sunday. I'm out of here. I'm going to go spend time with my dad. Hopefully you can too. We'll see you later.